going on? It's Van Stylez here with Big Dookie Chain. I got Kenny Mercer, the owner of Full Blast Booking.
Yo, yo.
Over at the Shaskeen right now, where you're about to, you got Capadonna tonight.
Word up. Winter Wars weekend, baby.
Winter Wars weekend, that's right. You did it last night too in Connecticut, right?
Last night we were in Hampshire, Connecticut. It was lit. It was crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Great turnout, great vibes. Everybody had a great time. It was awesome. Capadonna kills it.
Yeah, no, he's a beast.
He really got a lot of energy still, and always a great show, bro. I'm looking forward to tonight.
He was just at House of Blues with Ghostface and Raekwon. Oh, and Jizza. But he actually did more on stage than Raekwon or Ghost did. He was very...
And Jizza does that with a live band, right?
Not this time, but usually. He was still doing Liquid Sword set. So he did his separately, then Ray, Ghost, and Capadonna came out and did a set together. So talk about, this isn't just, promotions company that puts on shows. You also do it for a good cause. It's for mental health awareness, which, a lot of people, my family included, my friends included, have been affected in a lot of different ways by mental health difficulties.
Yes, sir. It's a universal thing that affects everybody. Obviously, everybody has a mental health. We're getting past the stigma of people thinking that just the words mental health mean you're crazy or whatever, but it's really just about taking care of yourself, just like you take care of your physical, you gotta take care of your mental, and we're out here trying to work towards breaking the stigma of mental health, especially within hip-hop.
Yeah.
And we do mental health awareness, suicide prevention, charity events. And it's been 4 years now we've been doing it. We've raised over $74,000 now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's impressive.
More importantly, though, we raised a lot of awareness. All of our events have on-site therapists that offer free therapy sessions, and we have gift bags and giveaways.
So even here tonight?
Yeah, not tonight. Tonight is a Shaskeen event.
Okay, gotcha.
Last night was a Tour for Life event.
Okay.
There's live art, there's community mending art projects where everyone can be a part of it. There's giveaways where we have mental health management resources, and it's just a lot of merch from the artists that perform too. So it's dope. And a different, like you said, it's a different kind of approach to a hip hop show, but we've had such great results and it's such great vibes, and a lot of people come together to support this cause because frankly, we've all been through some shit, you know what I mean? So it's something that we can all relate to and identify, with each other. And it's a lot of really talented artists too. So you blend the two together, and a lot of these talented artists have, like I said, been through it and kind of based their musical expression around their experiences and what they've been through, and that's all mental health. So to kind of combine the two, hip hop and raising awareness on this cause, it's a cool match, and it works. It's been working for us, and to everybody that supports us, man, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Because
now you're an artist too.
I am. Yeah.
You go by Deuce Bug.
Yes, sir.
And you were approaching things previously before you started Full Blast Booking by being on the other end of the mic, right?
Yeah, for many years, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So describe kind of your come up in career.
Facts. Well, it was 2009 when I really started out, right after the birth of my son, and doing Connecticut, doing the local thing in Connecticut.
Yep.
We were in Bridgeport, started Full Blast. We basically ran the state for several years. We were selling out venues ourselves, no headliner, and started going on tour and just fell in love with traveling and touring and playing in different states and the different cultures and the food of different areas. So I fell in love with touring, and I decided to start a touring company because booking my own shows was always something I was very passionate about, and I loved it. So live music is just my thing. I would much rather perform a song for someone than play you my CD. You know what I mean? So I started Full Blast Booking as a company in 2015, and shortly after that, a friend of mine took his own life. I decided to start the charity.
How does the charity end of things work? The money goes towards, is it specific?
So we're officially partnered with Mental Health Connecticut.
Okay.
I live in Connecticut, so it's a local division to me of Mental Health America. and we just do events that benefit them, and we fundraise a lot so we can cover costs of expenses like headliners and venues, and so we can truly donate 100% of the proceeds to charity. And it's a lot of work, it's a lot of fundraising, but we found it to be a very effective formula, and that's how we've been able to raise so much money in a short period of time, is because we're not doing the typical promoter formula thing where we're paying the headliner off of the proceeds and the ticket sales, etc.
Yeah.
Like all that's already taken care of because we've been fundraising it. So now we're raising money at the door through ticket sales at the shows, and it's been really effective. Like I said, it's great to be partnered with Mental Health Connecticut. They're an awesome organization. And one of the things they did in our first year with the money that we raised, our first tour for life, we raised just over $10,000, I think.
Okay.
And they used some of that bread to start a music program, and they hired myself and DJ Funk Sway to teach classes.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, so like we've been teaching. They run assisted living facilities for people with mental illness. So we go to the facilities and we teach classes about music, drum circles, drum workshops. We've had DJ seminars, and we even did like a healing drum circle for Trans Day of Remembrance at the mayor's office in Bridgeport. So they keep us busy, and the fact that we work together, and it's all about community with Full Blast, and it's all about community with Mental Health Connecticut. So, they do a good job of putting on events and different things in the community to raise money, raise awareness, and they offer a lot of programming. There's Mental Health New York, Mental Health Massachusetts. Like in each of these states, you could look it up and find these nonprofit organizations with so many resources available to manage your mental health. And I highly recommend everybody do that because it's all free. It's all there for you, and there's so much to learn, especially at our age. I'm 42 years old, and like
Me too.
growing up, like we weren't taught about mental health in school.
Right.
So, a lot of us have children now, so like it's really important to educate ourselves. You never stop learning. Knowledge is power.
Sure.
So like the more we can even learn at this age about mental health, we can help our children, what I'm saying, with all the shit they're going through, being raised in this fucked up world that we live in. You know what I mean? And like I said before, everybody goes through it. So it's important to recognize that, come together as a community, support each other, and just know that there are plenty of resources at your disposal.
Most definitely a worthy cause. Kudos to you. It's a great thing you're doing, for sure. Now, name some of the artists you've had headline. You had Redman, I believe, Space One, right?
Yeah, we actually did not have Redman.
Okay.
He ended up canceled. That show was canceled, and he was replaced with KRS-One.
Okay.
Who absolutely killed it. It was one of our best shows. But we've had Ghostface.
I think I was there at that one.
It was in
Connecticut?
Brooklyn? No, it was in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different KRS.
We've had Ghostface. We've had Onyx. We've
Yep.
had G-Rap, Rod Digga. We've had Rome Streets. We've had 38 Special, Nems, Cormega. I mean, the list goes on. I could just keep rattling off names, man. It's an honor.
It's been an impressive lineup. You're one of the few just straight up hip hop companies, and you just bring back, like you said, we're both 42. You've got headliners that are some people I've grown up to my entire life. Obviously, both of us have. What was your introduction to hip hop? Do you remember, like the first cassette you had, or?
Absolutely. I stole LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out cassette tape out of my brother's backpack. He's 10 years older than me, so he was like, I was a little kid, and he was already listening to like the Fugees and LL and different hip hop that was out then, and I just fell in love with that tape, and got more into it. I got into Wu-Tang, and that's basically what changed everything for me, because I was a hardcore kid. I'm into like hardcore punk.
Yeah.
And I was in a band, when I was younger and growing up, but I also always loved hip hop. And the culture of hip hop is very similar to the culture of punk. It like starts in the streets. And, it's a struggle to be respected, and it's about the system and the things that you go through, and they're very similar. And those kind of edgy, like kind of cultural genres of music are what I'm really, really into, and I always have been. But that's what got me into hip hop, man. I started to get into like more underground artists. One of the big records that like put me onto the underground was that Wu Think Differently when that came out. You know what I'm saying? And like, when I started getting into like A$AP Rock and like the Def Jux wave that happened, you know, and that's like, you know what I'm saying? But I've always liked, you know, the classic Mobb Deep, you know, Wu-Tang, Onyx, like I said before, man.
But speaking of like blending the two worlds together, since you've had Onyx headlining before, and you were in the hardcore scene prior to hip hop, what did you think of that Judgment Night soundtrack when that dropped?
Oh, that was fire. That, and I believe Ice-T was on that shit, right? And KRS.
I think like Ice-T.
Sick of It All and KRS, I think, did a joint together, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
that shit was fire.
There's like Sonic Youth, Cypress Hill, Pearl Jam. Yeah, it's like Del the Funky Homo Sapien, Dinosaur Jr., Onyx, Biohazard. Yeah. What's going on?
I think Slayer might have been on this shit too, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Honestly, it's been a minute. They did reissue the vinyl for Record Store Day a couple years back, but I don't know. Just popped into my head right now.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And what do you have like plans for the future with this? Do you have
a lot? Yeah.
Okay.
Next month we're at AMH in Amityville, that's Long Island, with Billy Dance from MOP and Nems. So that's going to be a good one. That's an official Tour for Life event. Then we've got some fundraiser shows in March in Brooklyn and Connecticut, the 6th and 7th of March. April, I might have a huge one that I'm announcing. I just can't say anything about that yet.
Okay.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So we'll be doing our annual Mental Health Awareness Month fundraiser, and it's our next UK tour. So we're going overseas for the 3rd time.
Oh, wow.
Our first tour was with Rusty Jux last March, and then in October we went back with Razkaz. And those tours have been fire. They've been a lot of fun and really dope, different kind of support.
Yeah, what differentiates the fans in Europe compared to the U.S.?
Well, they're fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not everybody raps, you know, and I encourage everyone to rap, you know what I mean? There's nothing against that, but it's a different vibe when you have a lot of people coming out to the shows that are just fans. They just love the music. They're just regular people that happen to love hip hop. They're not rappers and hip hop heads that are all in the, you know what I mean? So you get like actual fans, and it's a refreshing thing. It's really cool and different kind of support. They love American hip hop over there.
Yeah.
So like it's all the artists that we've brought over there have been received so well. You know what I mean? So it's an honor for me to bring artists overseas from here because I know it's a huge bucket list for them probably. And like my man Half Decent, you know, is over in the UK and he's part of Full Blast and he's a good friend of mine. I work with him on these tours. And shout out to him because he helps me out a lot with these. And
I love Half Decent because I saw him the last time. Yeah, I saw him sitting with you.
He's doing the Capadonna show. So like I bring him over here for that. He did the R.A. the Rugged Man tour and Tour for Life last summer. So like been going back and forth between the UK and here. I think the next tour we might actually hit some other places besides England. We might go to Wales and or Scotland, and my bucket list is to go to Amsterdam and Berlin. So that's all on the agenda for the future. We're working towards all of these events and just raising as much awareness as we can and just keeping hip hop alive. You know, we love hip hop.
So where can people find you?
Full Blast Booking everywhere.
Okay.
Insta, Facebook, and like you said before, Deuce Bug on all social media platforms as well. And I got music videos. And Full Blast has 3 mixtapes that we put out, volume 1, 2, 3. They're available on Bandcamp and streaming platforms as well. So please check those out because all the artists we work with are so talented. Songs are fire. So, yeah, man.
Awesome. Well, hopefully everyone tuning in can check you out. And if they're on the East Coast or over in Europe, get out to one of these stops on the tour.
And shout out to you, man. Big Dookie Chain. Y'all are the movement right now. I see y'all working, and I support y'all 100%. Thank you for having me. And,
Appreciate you. Thank you for coming on.
No doubt.
Awesome.